this is Jumi A here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's been so long since I did this intro. Oh my goodness. I've missed filming so much. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jumi and I make faith-based content. Content to encourage, to inspire, and to give you hope. If you'd like to stick around, please subscribe to this channel. Okay, so this video is going to be a little life update. It's been over 1 year of me living in Houston. So the last time I made a life update was 3 months into my move. Now I'm at 1 year and 5 months, and I had so many life changes. Like it's crazy how my life has changed. God has been so good to me. God has been so faithful. So I have a major life update I want to share with you guys. I'm married now. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe it. I've been married for 2 weeks now and it doesn't feel real. Like sometimes I have to pitch myself and tell myself like, this is actually reality. I'm married, so that's the biggest thing. I went from being single all of my life, like never had a boyfriend, nothing like that, right? To meeting the most amazing guy I've ever met and being into a relationship, which was a big transition for me, and getting married. So I think that the last time I made a video was like March, and that's when things started, happening, and I just really couldn't balance everything, so I took a break from YouTube. But I am back, and I want to share all the details. I want to share everything, how God has blessed me, how God has literally transformed my life, and how one yes truly has changed everything. So yeah, I recently uploaded a YouTube Shorts about our wedding day. But I want to talk about a little bit about the timeline, how we met. I met him last year at church. If you watch my 3-month update, moving to Houston, you'll know that I went to a church called Red Global here in Houston, and that church has just radically transformed my life. 3 months into attending this church, I started serving. I served as a greeter, and that's where I met my husband, in the lobby of our church, welcoming people in. And he drums. He's been drumming since he was little. He drums for another ministry, and then when he's done with that, then he attends our church. So that's where I met him. I met around 12:30, like around that time. That's the time he usually comes. That was around July of 2024. We were cool. We tried to talk a little bit, but it was a little bit. I thought he was boring at first. I thought he was really boring. He was very reserved. Just his personality was just, I didn't really understand it then. And we remained friends. We followed each other on social media. We would like each other's pictures, comments. He would, send me stuff. He would, we were just friends. I was talking to somebody else at the time. He was talking to another person at the time. So, we just remained friends. It wasn't until January where we started talking a little bit more. We did a 21-day fast in January, and I did like 10 days liquid fast, and 11 days Daniel fast, which just means fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. So he was asking me about the fast and sharing with him how I did 10 days liquid, and he was just, like, wow, he was so shocked. So that's where we kind of really started talking more. He would text me more often. Like February came, he was texting me a lot, and I was like, oh wow, this is interesting. So I went to London in February, and before I left, he told me that he really wanted us to connect more, to talk more. And I told him when I came back from my trip that maybe, we can do that. So, and that's exactly what happened when I came back from my trip. That weekend, that Sunday, we went on our first date, and he was definitely more open than he was before. He was more, he's a reserved person. So this day he was definitely talking a bit more, So I was like, okay, let's see where this goes. And honestly, it's been a journey. Like at one point, one thing I'll say is that he's very slow. He's very methodical. He's very patient. He throws himself at me. I've talked to guys where, you date them and then 1 week, I want to marry you. I want to be with you. He wasn't like that at all. He just really took the time to get to know me, for me, And he even did his fasting. He really sought God before we even entered into a relationship. He did 3 weeks of fasting without even talking to me. Like he did 1 week at first, and then we talked a little bit, and then another 2 weeks. So he really sought after God's heart in, in concerning me, and that's one of the things that like really moved me. At first, I thought I was like, oh, like why does it take this long? When a man knows, he's supposed to know. So I was kind of like, at first, my ideology when it comes to dating, I thought like when a guy knows, he knows immediately, and I didn't. And it's when the Lord really had to tell me that do not lean on your own understanding, even when it comes to dating and relationships. Trust me, trust me. And I had to learn to trust God even with him because I didn't really understand everything that's going on, and it just tested me that God never leads his children astray. God is so good. He's so intentional. He knows what we need. So after that, after the fasting, we went on more dates, and what really sealed the whole thing was our 3-day fast together. Towards the end, before we became boyfriend and girlfriend, we fasted for 3 days just to confirm, to make sure that we really wanted to spend the rest of our lives together. And during that fast again, yeah, the Lord, the only thing I kept hearing was trust. To trust me with Him, to trust me with where we're going. So the thing is that, like, what I learned was that sometimes with relationships and when you're dating, it doesn't always go how you imagine it to go. Sometimes the person that God has for you, you may appear different from anyone that you would like, any person that you would imagine in your head that you would be with. So, and even the dating process, it was just different. I haven't had anyone, I haven't had this experience before. So I had to really learn to lean on God, to lean on God's wisdom and guidance, to really discern if He was the one for me. And yeah, after our fast, I had so much peace in my heart. And when we just started our relationship, it was literally peace all around. Like, I've never been, that was probably the happiest moments of my life. Like our courtship, I would say. I wouldn't even say it's dating. We courted. And literally, like, everything that I knew about him, everything, it's like it was magnified. I was so happy. Like, we had so many beautiful moments together, and literally, like, I was just in my love bubble. We didn't tell anyone. We definitely kept it. Only my friends knew I was in a relationship. We kept it we didn't publicize our relationship. I just wanted to just get to know him and enjoy us being together. We were courting for 4 months and before we got married, and God has just been so faithful from beginning to end. Like, God has been so good, and I know that even starting our marriage, it's gonna blow our minds. God's gonna be faithful, and He carries through this marriage. So yeah, so we did a courthouse wedding, and we had dinner after with just our family and friends, and it was such a beautiful day, the happiest moment of my life. And I'm 2 weeks into marriage, and it's still so great. We work well as a team. We move as a unit, and I think that's very important in marriage. Well, I'm not giving any marital advice until I'm like 6 months in, even a year in. But God is teaching me so much about marriage, and I'm so grateful, and I'm so honored to be His wife, and to just go to build together. We have a shared vision. We know we both know what we want in life. I think that's what really confirmed to that. This is my husband, because like everything that we've done together. We have a shared vision, a shared goal. We're walking. There's a scripture in the Bible that says, "Can two people walk together unless they agree?" I'm gonna quote it. And I believe that it really goes with marriage, like going together, walking together, seeing together, believing together, everything as a unit, as one. And that's one of the strengths of our relationship. Also, like, our communication, he's very gentle. I'm very gentle as well. So we don't really argue. We have disagreements, but we don't argue at each other. And we just try and keep open communication. We try to talk about everything and analyze everything. And he doesn't like that I've done, or I don't like what he's done. We try to talk about it and resolve it. We don't go to sleep angry at each other. And I just pray that God continues that we continue to learn in marriage, and we continue to truly grow and learn more about one another. And as we both change, we learn about those changes together and keep going and going, all for the glory of God. When I look at this apartment, when I said sit here in this apartment, I just realized, I remember when I first moved here, I didn't know how life would go. I didn't know what to expect. And this now I'm sitting in the same apartment that I moved into last year as a wife. It's just a testament that God never leaves his children astray. God is so good. God is so good. God is so faithful. Who would have known that this move, I remember moving to the same apartment as me sitting here, that this move would turn into me being a wife. Like, that is so crazy. Guys, my ring is in the room. I just realized I'm not wearing my ring. But who would have known that this move would turn into this? And I just want to encourage anyone watching this video, that your one yes can change your life. God can change your life in the moment. I went from being single all of my life to not, from being single all of my life, no boyfriend, no girlfriend. And honestly, I found peace in my singleness. I was okay with being single a bit in my 30s as well. I was okay. I'm 29 now, and I was like, God, if you wanted me to be single up until I was 40, I would have been okay with it. I found peace with it. And just to see how one yes and one decision just changed my life forever, it's just testament to God's goodness and his glory. And I'm so grateful. And I just want anyone to know that God can change your story in a moment. In a blink of an eye, your life can change. And I want you to be encouraged today. If God can do it for me, he can definitely do it for you. Keep your eyes fixed on him. Continue to keep going. Do not give up. True love still exists. And I am a living testimony that God never fails. No matter how long you've been single for, God never fails. And he's still working. And your perfect match is out there. Honestly, it's there. And no, don't worry about a thing. Just continue to trust God. It's just beauty in singleness. I love being single. I love being single. And there's beauty in singleness, but there's so much beauty in marriage as well. Marriage is good. Marriage is beautiful. It's like a beautiful death, a death to self, and the union of two becoming one is a beautiful mystery that God has ordained and instituted, and I love it here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So much more has happened within this 1 year of moving to Houston. But I don't want to make things video too long. But I think the biggest thing that's happened is just the marriage. And there's some things about the business as well that I want to share. I might share in another video. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe. And until next time, peace, love, and happiness. Bye.